Welcome to the Hidden Profit Challenge. This week is called 5 Days to Turn Your Current Customers into a Sales Machine, and we are running this challenge August 25th through the 29th, and I'm your host, Cathy Callahan. Here's what I want you to know right now from the start. This challenge is about building smarter, not busier. We're going to uncover the hidden revenue in your business so you can keep your customers longer, turn them into your sales team, and make profit without chasing strangers. Day one is all about uncovering the money leaks in your business because most people aren't losing because of lack of sales. They're losing because of they don't realize where the money is slipping away after the sale. Now, here's the reality. Most businesses don't actually need more customers. They need to stop losing the ones they have. The truth is that you may not need more leads. You may not need more followers. You don't need to run yourself ragged chasing new customers. You need to stop losing the ones you have already worked so hard to get. That's where the hidden profit is. Let me introduce myself. My name's Cathy Callahan. I'm a mom of 3 boys and 1 bonus son. I should say 3 biological boys and 1 bonus son. I live in Illinois near St. Louis, Missouri. I started my career as a school teacher, teaching kindergarten for 6 years. I then became a new mom, which allowed me then to have the opportunity to take a little bit of time off, and I learned about network marketing back in the day of home parties before social was even a thing. I ended up resigning from my teaching career, and then later I owned several successful offline businesses. One of the businesses was my family's home care agency. When I took it over, it was doing multi 6 figures, but it was not profitable. More on that in a little bit here. I ended up rebuilding the family business from debt to almost $1 million in annual revenue, and I made the leap to start an online business literally from my closet, the only quiet place I could find. A little bit about the home care journey. The multi 6 figure business that I inherited literally had 0 profit. When my mother passed away, we were spread across 4 different counties, serving multiple cities, running an agency with multiple phone numbers, ads, and overhead. I ended up making the shift when I took over the business into serving current customers better. And we ended up at almost $1 million in revenue, 973,000, I believe, the last full year that I owned it. And we were on track for well over 1 million the next year when I ended up selling the business after having my last baby. There's my 3 bio babies there. When I was able to get the business to a point that I was able to sell it, that was the turning point for me because I remember when my mom passed, I couldn't even give the business away. It was in such a bad way, nobody wanted anything to do with it. I finally had built something that could give me the freedom to be a mom while building something sustainable, and then I was able to sell it and let it be the blessing she wanted it to be to us and the rest of the family. Today, I'm the founder of Strategy Studio and the creator of Soul2System Method: clarity, strategy, systems, and scaling. Through our studio, through coaching, and through live events just like this challenge, I help entrepreneurs just like you simplify sales, keep customers longer, and grow smarter. Here's my mission. I want you to be able to build a business that's profitable, sustainable, and actually breathes life into you, not one that sucks it away. You'll hear me talk more about the studio during this challenge because this isn't just theory. It's the system that makes it work in real life. We have a lifetime license option right now, and I'll tease that later this week. Lesson. This is a big one for today. Acquisition is expensive. Retention is profitable. Most people put all their energy into getting new customers. That's customer acquisition. But think about what happens if you actually just kept the ones that you already have. Here's a personal story. Years ago, I had earned a trip to the Bahamas through one of my businesses. My son was only 2 years old at the time, and I told him if I ever earn this trip again, I'll take you with me. 4 years later, I earned it again. Now, he was 6 years old in this picture here, and we were at Atlantis, Bahamas. And he was only 47.5 inches tall. He needed to be 48 inches to go down some of the water slides. And he was so sad. We even tried to spike his hair up so that he could go down the water slides. So I promised him, we'll come back and you'll get to do it. In 2020, I earned the trip again, and you know what happened in 2020. The trip was canceled and they cashed me out. Now, this little boy here is 20 years old, and he still jokes about wanting to go to the Bahamas to go down that water slide. I know some of you parents can relate to these promises. The point, profit gives you options. Profit means you can pay for the trip yourself. Profit means you can create memories that last. That's why we focus on retention. Because chasing new customers will never give you the margin that keeping them will. Take great notes today. Don't forget about that workbook you have, or you can be screenshotting as we go. If you are VIP, don't forget you will get lifetime recording. This is an important topic here. The 3 leak zones. Where are we actually losing money? All right, number 1, first sale drop off. Can you relate to this? Number 1, customers buy once and then they disappear. Maybe this looks like you did an event, a workshop, maybe you have a website, and people purchase, right? Most people that I work with by this point have made sales. The problem is they drop off. Now, how are we going to fix this? We're going to fix it with a customer onboarding, and we'll learn more about that if you don't know what that is, and very great follow-up. Leak number 2, have you ever been ghosted in the follow-up? Maybe people showed interest, but you never heard from them again. If this has happened to you, you are not alone. You're not the only one being ghosted. And we're going to fix it with re-engagement. We're going to do this systematically, not randomly. One of the biggest things I see people doing is it's a complete guessing game instead of having a systematic process that can be true rinse and repeat with proven systems and trackable data. Number 3, those invisible referrals. Now, what this means is your happiest customers are not referring people to you because you never asked or you never made it simple enough. So the fix, we're going to help them with easy scripts, easy links, and we're going to start learning to ask for those referrals that do exist out there and can make a huge difference for your business. Let me give you a real life example here. One of the current clients I'm working with right now started selling in the health and wellness space some new products. He's currently acquired over 300 customers in the last less than 2 months, which is pretty incredible. Wouldn't you agree? But here's the problem as we started to dig into his business. He's actually hired a marketing team. He's running Facebook ads, Google ads, and he has kind of handed over the customer acquisition portion and then realized that he's acquiring customers on his own through his affiliate program, and all the other work he's doing, paying out marketing, is really not producing any customers. So we started talking about where should we focus. He's seeing that there's not a lot of retention and not a lot of referrals coming from these customers. He's getting some growth from the people that have audiences and that are doing some affiliate with him, and we're missing something major right here. Now, after someone buys, what we've noticed is that he doesn't do anything. There's no follow-up, which is going to make it very hard to get reorders and very difficult to get referrals. There's no follow-up system, no reorder system, no referral asks. So the best they get right now is a monthly newsletter and maybe an abandoned cart reminder. So we're building him a retention system with post-purchase emails via automation, reorder reminders, referral scripts, and personal touches. We're finding how he's unique in the market he serves in, and that right now he really doesn't need new customers. These have happened in the last less than 2 months. He needs to keep the ones he already has because these are products that they will be on, and he should be seeing reorders along with referrals, which is pretty cool, right? So, on day one, I want you to think about some things before we kind of dive into okay, how do we fix all of this, right? I want you to focus what we talked about today with money leaks. I want you to take some time. I want you to write down anything you heard of today that was like, I didn't even think of that before. That makes sense. Any key insights from our training today? Any aha moments? Or any things that you realize that you might be overlooking? Maybe you were spread too thin in your business, just like I was when I took over the family business. Maybe you're like my client I'm working with right now, that you're like, gosh, I have acquired customers, but I don't do a darn thing after I get the customers, or I'm not serving them as well as I could to get reorders and to get into their networks with referrals. Some bonus activity in your workbook. If you are using your workbook, you want to take the open space to just kind of brain dump. Like, what thoughts are coming into your brain right now? Give yourself some space to reflect on today's training. Go through some aha moments, some things that are standing out to you, because this is going to be different for each person. And then take a look at the bonus activity. You have until tomorrow at 6 a.m. Central, when our next training drops, to get these tasks done and then to post in our community. The bonus activity, if you feel like, gosh, okay, I need to dig in more, make a list of your current customers and then check that off. Review your last 10 sales and ask yourself, are you missing any follow-up opportunities? Check that off after you've done that. Next, identify at least one place you are having customers drop off or go cold. And then ask yourself, do you have a plan to re-engage them this week? If not, what could you start to do for some re-engagement this week with customers that have dropped off? If you need ideas, you can be posting in the community. If you have ideas, share them, please. And then we do want to be on a daily basis posting in our community group, the one that is off social media. Share today what's one leak you spotted and what are you going to do to fix it? What's one thing that will be the main thing for you to take action on today? Post in the group, what leak did you find? Now, keep in mind, we're talking about our off social hidden profit challenge group that everyone has a link to, that is officially registered. While we are posting some information in our free group, don't forget that the homework, the workbook, the bonuses, and the points and prizes are only for people that are in the off social community. If you have any issues finding this, please just reply to any emails or messages you've received from us. Now, tomorrow we get to talk about irresistible offers for all registrants. And if you are a VIP ticket holder, we will do our first Zoom session, 2 p.m. Central. This is for challenge VIP upgrades, okay? Not my regular VIP coaching community, but for people who are in this challenge and have purchased that upgraded VIP ticket. Our first session will be at 2 o'clock Central on Tuesday. That's 3 o'clock Eastern. You can also check in our special off social community here up in the events section. You'll see the daily regular training as well as the VIP information if you need to revisit that. And I ask you, who could you invite to this challenge? We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it purposeful. We want you to be able to get some information, but really start thinking and thinking differently and taking action, which can really make the difference between just being overloaded on more information. You can share strategystudio.tech/hidden-profit-challenge with your networks and get people in. It's only day one. Quick reminder, if you did not upgrade to VIP, you can still do that. It's only $97. You are going to get lifetime recording to this week's training. You are going to get the bonus 3 Zoom sessions this week. And then you are also going to get the money leak audit and my referral and customer onboarding scripts. And we will go through all those assets on our first VIP Zoom, which will be recorded and sent to you as well. All right, thank you for joining me for the first day of the Hidden Profit Challenge. Come back tomorrow. Don't forget, in the meantime, that it is our jobs to be implementing a bit of what we're learning, starting to take action on some things. Taking action, even on one thing, can make a huge difference. So thank you for showing up today. This week is all about uncovering the hidden profit in your business. It's already there. We just have to see it, stop the leaks, and build systems around it. That's day one. Plug your leaks. post in the group, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's it. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.